We are gathered here today in the sight of God and in the presence of friends and loved ones to celebrate one of life's greatest moments. We are here to give recognition to the worth and beauty of love and to add our best wishes and blessings to the words that will unite Adrian and Lauren in holy matrimony. Adrian and Lauren, marriage is the most important of all earthly relationships. It should be entered into reverently, thoughtfully, and with full understanding of its sacred nature. Your marriage must stand by the strength of your love and the power of faith in each other and in God. Just as two threads woven in opposite directions form a beautiful tapestry, so too your two lives, when merged together, will make a beautiful marriage. Love is very patient and kind, never jealous or envious, never boastful or proud. Love is never haughty or selfish or rude. Love does not demand its own way. Love is not irritable or touchy. Love does not hold grudges and will hardly notice when others do it wrong. Love is never glad about injustice, but rejoices whenever truth wins out. If you love someone, you will be loyal to them no matter what the cost. You will always believe in them, always expect the best in them, and will always stand your ground in defending them. The bride and the groom have now prepared some vows that they would like to share.
Lauren, my love, you look beautiful. I don't even remember to say that. It's been quite an adventure getting to this day, but I'm glad we're finally here. I think adventure has been the theme of our relationship from the beginning. Every marriage is an adventure, but I know ours has been particularly incredible and challenging. Spending those first 4 years apart while I was in Spain was hell. But like a honeymoon, when we finally reunited. Pulling up the pier after patrol, I knew you wouldn't be there with all the other families. But I never minded. I was always happier to see you again for the first time alone, so the moment was just ours. I treasured exploring Europe with you. We made so many incredible memories. I hope I've told you, but just getting an email from you made my day. The anticipation of seeing you again pulled me through those patrols. Thank you for taking all those long flights and trains with all of your CF movement. Remember how nervous you were to travel alone for the first time. Thank you for believing in us enough to take that first flight. When I got back, we both thought our life would slow down, but it didn't take us long to pack up and move across the country. Our next adventure was waiting. Before I knew it, you floated the idea of getting a puppy and said you were just going to look, but I knew you wouldn't go through this. Thank you for bringing home Bear. Both Bear and Freya are a handful, but you made two solid choices. They complement each other so well, and they know how to turn a day into an adventure. We have our hands full with the new, really old house, but I know we'll make it ours and welcome for our children. Yes, children, I know the tide is turning, and I don't have much more time, but as each day's pass, I'm getting more used to the idea. Our biggest adventure yet. You're going to be a great mother if you're anything like yours. I can't wait to teach them how to skate on the lake and ski. Evergreen is such a beautiful place to grow up. So bad. You're going to be spoiled from the start. Life is full of uncertainty, but as I reflect on the future, I know I wouldn't want to ride the highs and suffer the lows with anyone else. Thank you for the privilege of a lifetime. Thank you for supporting my decision to return to our university. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for another family, and thank you for being great to mine. They adore you. I could list all of your amazing qualities, but we'd be here all day. Thank you for being you. That's what makes me love you so much. All right, now the promises. I didn't forget. I promise to always love you. I can't stop you from falling. Life is full of peril, but I'll always be there to help you if you need it. I promise to hold you tight after a long day and tell you it's going to be all right. You will always have a shoulder to cry on. Maybe I'll get one. I promise to cherish our time together and spend the rest building our future. I promise you that I will be there for your family. They are now mine. I promise to love our children, provide for them, and protect them with my life. You have been, and always will be family. That will never change. I promise our life together will be an adventure. I promise I wouldn't have it any other way. Lauren, Michelle, Zerwanka, thank you. I love you. I promise. Cheers,
Now the bride may share her vows.
Adrian, when I met you, I thought you were like all of the frat boys I had met at Wazoo. But I quickly discovered that I was wrong. I learned that you are a genuine, intelligent, and empathetic man who is passionate about seeing the world change for the better. It was only a short 2 months later that I woke up one day and knew I was in trouble. I was in love, and you were shipping off to Spain for the next 3.5 years. But we did it. We continued to choose each other every day that you were overseas. You chose me when my health was at its worst, and when neither of us knew how long my lungs would last. Now that we have Tricalcium, though, you're stuck with me. Anyways, if I had to describe you in one word, it would be supportive. You have proven countless times that no matter how I mess up, and no matter how many crazy ideas I get into my head, that you will show up for me and ease my fears, cheer me on, and stick with me through anything. And that's not all you do. You make me a better person, too. You challenge me to be better by showing me how the world works, what's wrong in it, and how it should change. You challenge me to build my strength by becoming okay with being uncomfortable. You challenge me to take responsibility and accountability for myself, because one day I'll have to do the same for our children. Speaking of children, I can't wait to teach the future munchkins how to ski, how to survive in the wilderness, and how to keep bears from getting into the trash cans. We're mountain people now. If you're half as good of a real dad as you are a dog dad, we will be just fine. Adrian, it hasn't always been easy, and we've definitely had our struggles, especially in the face of COVID. But I promise to honor and cherish you and the work you do for our family. I promise to stop keeping score and to do things because I love you and not because I feel like I have to. And I promise to put the needs of our family first instead of thinking of only myself. And finally, I promise to take the dogs out in the morning if I'm the first one awake, instead of pretending to be asleep. Our love story has been like a movie, and I never want to see the credits. I love you so much.
A reading from John. Dear friends, Let us continue to love one another, for love comes from God. Anyone who loves is born of God and knows God. But anyone who does not love does not know God, for God is love. God showed how much he loved us by sending his only Son into the world so that we might have eternal life through him. This is real love. It is not that we love God, but that he loved us and sent his Son as a sacrifice to take away our sins. Dear friends, since God loved us that much, we surely ought to love each other. No one has ever seen God, but if we love each other, God lives in us, and his love has been brought to full expression. Lauren, to be your wife. Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect her, forsaking all others and holding only unto her forevermore?
I do.
Lauren, do you take Adrian to be your husband?
I do.
Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him,
I do.
forsaking all others and holding only unto him forever?
I do.
The ring is a symbol of the unbroken circle of love. Love freely given has no beginning and no end. No giver and no receiver, for each is the giver and each is the receiver. And may these rings always remind you of the vows that you have just taken. Who has the ring? Okay, repeat after me. I, Adrian,
I, Adrian,
take thee, Lauren, to be my wife,
take thee, Lauren, to be my wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
for richer and for poorer,
for richer and for poorer,
in joy and sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow.
and I promise my love to you.
I promise my love to you.
And with this ring,
And with this ring,
I take you as my wife,
I take you as my wife,
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
Repeat after me. I, Lauren,
I, Lauren,
take thee, Adrian,
take thee, Adrian,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer and for poor,
in joy and sorrow,
in joy and sorrow.
and I promise my love to you.
And I promise my love to you.
And with this ring,
And with this ring,
I take you as my husband,
I take you as my husband,
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
Bless their marriage, O God, as they begin their journey down the road of life together. We don't know what lies ahead, for the road turns and bends, but help them to make the best of whatever comes their way. Help them to continue to enjoy each other as they did when they first met. Help them to realize that nothing nor no one is perfect, and to look for the good in all things and all people, including themselves. Help them to respect each other's likes and dislikes, opinions and beliefs, hopes and dreams and fears, even though they may not always understand them. Help them to learn from each other and to help each other grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Help them to realize that no matter what happens to them, they will hold on to each other and know that things have a way of working out for the good. Help them to create for their children a peaceful, stable home of love as a foundation on which they can build their lives. But most of all, dear God, help them to keep lit the torch of love that they now share, so that by their loving example, they may pass on the light of love to their children and to their children's children forever. And now, the bride and groom would like to symbolize the joining of two lives and families into one with a unity candle ceremony. You symbolize the flame of your own individual selves, joining to ignite the partnership of marriage. You also bring the warmth, strength, and wisdom of your family's fire as kindling for your own. Your flames are separate, yet they feed the same fire. From this day onward, you may bask in the beauty of the light of your love. May its light shine bright and steady upon your path together, and may its heat keep you warm through all the days of your lives and beyond. To make a relationship work will take love. This is the core of your marriage and why you are here today. It will take trust to know that in your hearts you truly want what is best for each other. It will take dedication to stay open to one another and to learn and grow together. It will take faith to go forward together without knowing exactly what the future brings. And it will take commitment to hold true to the journey you both have pledged to today. As witnessed by this assembled congregation, I now pronounce you husband and wife. And you may now seal this union with a kiss. I would now like to introduce the happy couple, Mr. and Mrs. Horner.
works like this.
Alright, let me check my light real quick. Oh, this is so pretty! Sorry, recognize me at all when I walk in. She's like, who is this broad talking to me?
Well, you just lick her.
Alright, I'm gonna have you guys stay just like that, but look at each other. You do what you gotta do, it's okay. And then hold that down. Alright, I'm gonna have
It's so funny. And Romania. Yes, isn't it the funniest thing you've ever heard of it?
going nose to nose, forehead to forehead. Cute! I love it. I see just like that. I'm gonna come get a little bit closer.
Like it's just like
Alright, Lauren, I'm gonna have you look at me and Adrian just kind of kiss her. I'm gonna make a walk somewhere. Alright, so just kind of hold hands right there if you can. Yeah, if you can. If not, Adrian, you can hold it. Are you got it? Alright, ready? Just hold hands right there. And just walk slowly.
Oh, we're walking?
Yep. And look at each other. And go in for a kiss right there.
Looked each other in every day, our first dance is husband. Used to spend my nights out in ballroom. There was young love I know, reaching for the bottom.
Very happy to be here. It's an honor to do this and this way. It's celebrating you too. It's honestly, it's a very special thing. Adrian has been my best friend since I was probably 12 years old. We both started at a new school at the same time, and immediately we hit it off. And here we are, almost 20 years later, and nothing really has changed. Throughout the last 20 years, Adrian's been just a constant confidant and supporter. And I don't know, those of you that know us well have known that we got into a bit of trouble throughout the years. And throughout it all, I don't think that's what defined us. It was always that Adrian supported me, and I feel like together we kind of have grown up together. I had two older sisters, which I love them dearly, but I never had a true brother, and I feel like Adrian honestly has been that brother that I never really had. And so I just want to thank Adrian for being such a good friend. I want to thank Adrian's parents for kind of being a second pair of parents for me, as I kind of grew up in their basement amongst a few of our other friends' basements. And they were just always so kind and generous to me. And I was talking to Adrian's parents last night, and I was thinking back about my love for skiing. And honestly, my family knows skiing. The first time I was introduced to skiing was his parents were so gracious to invite me to a skiing trip. And they treated me like one of their own, and I'll surely never forget that. So since then, it's been a big part of my life. And every time I go skiing, I always think of Adrian, I think of his family. And it's just a special connection that you really can't recreate. And so coming back to Lauren, it's just amazing that she can be part of this family. Because I know how great Adrian is, and I know how great his family is. And everything that Adrian's told me is that you're a huge addition to that family. And so I'm so happy that we be part of that at this point. So cheers to Adrian, cheers to Lauren, and everyone have a good nice day.
I would like to have 1 second first to think about the folks who could not be here with us today, various members of each family. I'd also then like to thank the table over here with Adrian's friends who provided with a catalog of embarrassing moments from his high school and college days, which I'm now starting to elaborate on. Not really. I'll let them do that. I will say, however, that from the time that I first was privileged to meet Lauren, I was impressed with the number of times that I saw my son with a smile on his face. And I would simply like to say thank you to Lauren for putting a smile on my son's face every time that I've seen them together. And I hope they continue to make each other happy. And I'm very, very pleased to know Lauren and to have her as one of my family.
job. Hey, come on back, get your request in tonight. We've got some notes. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Another tabletop request. announcement to come.